Why do we love? Love. A word made of just 4 letters, yet it carries the weight of our greatest stories, our deepest joys, and sometimes, our most profound sorrows. We write about it, dream about it, chase it, fear it, and celebrate it. But have you ever stopped to ask, why? Why do we love at all? Why does this mysterious emotion shape the way we live, think, and grow? Today, we're going to explore the science, psychology, history, and philosophy of love, to understand not only how love works, but why it exists in the first place. Part 1. The biology of love. Let's begin with the body, the machinery beneath our emotions. When we fall in love, the brain doesn't simply feel something. It enters a coordinated biological state. Hormones, neurotransmitters, and neural circuits come alive. One of the first chemicals involved is dopamine, the brain's reward molecule. When you feel attracted to someone, your brain increases dopamine, giving you a sensation of excitement, motivation, and pleasure. It's the same pathway that lights up when you achieve something important, or when you're anticipating a reward. Love literally becomes a neurological high. Then comes oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. It's released during physical touch, warm conversation, and emotional closeness. Oxytocin helps create trust and connection. It is one of the key reasons we form deep attachments to partners, friends, and even our children. Another chemical, vasopressin, contributes to long-term commitment and loyalty. Animals that form lifelong bonds, like prairie voles, have high levels of vasopressin activity. Humans share similar bonding circuits. And then there's serotonin, the neurotransmitter associated with mood and emotional stability. Strangely, when people fall intensely in love, serotonin levels actually drop. This is one reason early-stage love feels like obsession. We can't stop thinking about the person. But why would evolution design such a complex chemical cocktail? Because love, at the most fundamental level, helps us survive. It promotes bonding between partners, protects infants who need years of care, and strengthens social connections within groups. The feeling of love isn't just a romantic notion, it's a biological strategy. Love is nature's way of saying, stay together, support each other, grow stronger as a team. Part 2. The psychology of love. Beyond biology lies the world of psychology, what we feel, how we think, and what we fear. Psychologists describe love in many ways, but one influential idea is attachment theory, based on the work of John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth. According to this theory, the way we bond with caregivers in childhood shapes how we connect with others throughout life. If you grew up with consistent affection, you may have a secure attachment style, making it easier to trust and love openly. If love was unpredictable, you may develop an anxious attachment style, often fearing abandonment. If love was distant, you may grow a dismissive attachment style, valuing independence over closeness. Our childhoods plant seeds that bloom into adult patterns of love. But love is not only shaped by the past, it is also shaped by our present emotional needs. Humans seek love for many psychological reasons. And we long for connection, the feeling that someone truly understands us. We want validation, knowing that our feelings and existence matter. And we crave security, a place of emotional rest in a chaotic world. We need companionship, someone to share life's journey. Love also has transformative power. When we love, we experience expansion of self. We begin to adopt our partner's perspectives, habits, and even dreams. Psychological studies show that love literally broadens our sense of identity. And surprisingly, love thrives not merely on similarity, but on a balance between safety and novelty. We want someone familiar enough to comfort us, yet different enough to challenge and inspire us. Part 3. A brief history of love. Love may feel timeless, but our understanding of it has evolved dramatically through history. In ancient civilizations, marriage was less about romance and more about alliances, property, and survival. Love was often considered a distraction, even a danger. The ancient Greeks had several words for love, not just one. Eros, passionate love. Philia, friendship and deep companionship. Agape, selfless, unconditional love. In the Middle Ages, European poets wrote about courtly love, a romantic ideal often outside marriage. It celebrated admiration, longing, and devotion, but was more fantasy than reality. Romantic love, the idea of marrying for affection, only became widely accepted in the last few centuries. Before that, love was a luxury, not a requirement. And now, in the modern world, love has become central to identity. We search for soulmates, celebrate love in films and music, and even use technology to find connection. Love became democratized, available to anyone, not restricted by class or social structure. But despite these cultural shifts, the core feeling has remained the same across time: the desire to bond deeply with another human. Part 4. The Neuroscience of Love and Attachment. Let's dive deeper into the brain, the headquarters of emotion. When researchers place people who are in love into brain scanners, they see something astonishing. Specific regions light up, especially those linked to reward, motivation, and meaning. The brain treats love not just as a feeling, but as a survival mission. The ventral tegmental area, or VTA, is one of the key structures activated during romantic passion. It's one of the oldest parts of the brain, shared with many mammals. This is where dopamine is produced, the fuel behind desire and attraction. Another region, the nucleus accumbens, becomes active during long-term bonding. It helps create a sense of stability and belonging. This shift from romantic excitement to steady companionship shows how love evolves from fireworks to warmth. But the brain also responds strongly to loss of love. When relationships end, the same circuits that respond to physical pain become active. That's why heartbreak quite literally hurts. The neuroscience of love reveals a simple truth: we are wired for connection. The brain resists loneliness because isolation, in evolutionary terms, was dangerous. Love is the brain's solution to the problem of being human. Part 5. Love as a social force. Now let's step beyond the individual, into society. Humans are social animals. We form tribes, families, and communities. Love acts like the glue that binds people together. Families rely on parental love to protect and raise children. Friendships rely on emotional love to share resources and defend each other. Communities rely on compassion, a broader form of love, to maintain cooperation. Civilizations rise when people care about more than just themselves. Compassion, empathy, and shared love enable everything from teamwork to humanitarian progress. Love isn't just a private emotion. It's a social technology, one that allows societies to grow, create, and thrive. Part 6. Different kinds of love. Love is not a single feeling. It is a spectrum, a universe of emotions. There is romantic love, often filled with passion and desire. There is companionate love, the gentle warmth of long-term partnership. There is familial love, born from blood and care. There is friendship, a love that grows from shared experiences and trust. There is self-love, the essential foundation of emotional health. And there is universal love, the compassion we feel for humanity, animals, or the world. Each type serves a purpose. Romantic love may spark connection. Companionate love may sustain it. Self-love may protect us. Compassion may expand our hearts to people we've never met. Love is not one answer, but many. Part 7. Love in art, music, and culture. If you've ever wondered why so many films, novels, and songs revolve around love, the explanation is simple. Love is our most powerful emotional language. Art gives us a way to express longing, joy, heartbreak, hope, and imagination. Through storytelling and music, we shape cultural ideas of love, and those ideas, in turn, shape our expectations. When people say, "I want a love like the movies," they're often referring to a story shaped by fiction. But storytelling is not trivial. It shows us how deeply humans care about connection. Our creative expressions form a dialogue between imagination and reality. Part 8. Why we love. The big answer. So after all this exploration, the science, the psychology, the philosophy, we return to the central question. Why do we love? We love because our biology encourages bonding. We love because our psychology needs connection. We love because society depends on relationships. We love because our hearts long for meaning. We love because, without it, life feels incomplete. Love gives us empathy. It gives us courage. It gives us purpose. It gives us a reason to grow, change, and hope. Love is a mirror of our humanity, reflecting not only who we are, but who we can become. Closing. Love may be complex, mysterious, and sometimes painful. But it is also our greatest gift, the emotion that brings color to our experiences and connects our stories across generations. To love is to accept vulnerability. To love is to embrace growth. To love is to be human. Thank you for joining this exploration of why we love. May you continue to seek connection, nurture compassion, and discover the beauty of being loved and loving in return.
Hi everyone, I am your white fairy friend. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends.